Go ahead.
Do it into the camera.
Let's all do an intro. How now, brown cow?
How now,
the
brown
Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Alright, okay, go for it.
You're talking to yourself there, yeah? Okay, go for it.
I'm
just gonna do it.
As I'm looking at the camera. Hi, and welcome to Casual Decisions MMA. I'm your new improved host, Vinny the Pooh, as sweet as honey. To my left is your old, decrepit host. Today, on Casual Decisions MMA, we have Bisping versus Silva.
Bad pronunciation. Bisping versus Michael Bisping versus Anderson Silva.
That's not even a real second name.
Well, say that to him, why don't you? See what happens.
Hello, bro.
Yeah, he's
I'm
a
a
beast. I'll do an intro for the crack.
Do it.
Hey, welcome to, what's it called?
Casual Decisions MMA.
Welcome to Casual Decisions MMA. I'm Roy O'Neill, the king of casual decisions. I have a child to prove it. Today we're watching Anderson Silva versus Michael Bisping, a tightly contested fight where it was a very controversial decision. We're going to look into it now and see what you think. So welcome. I hope you enjoy.
So over here we have Vince. Vince, have you actually ever watched the full fight?
Once I watched Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir.
Okay, cool.
That was the first one,
and only one.
Mir, the ankle, whatever, won, and that was the one and only match I've ever watched.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched The Rock versus Stone Cold a few times.
Is that MMA?
I'm an MMA noob. I couldn't care less.
So that's what he's here for. He's going to be judging the fight without any bias towards any particular fighters. And the idea is you'll score each round just who you thought won each round. We'll get like an instant reaction at the end, like just gut feeling who do you think won that without referring to the rounds. Sure. And then we have Roy over here who's been watching MMA for 20 odd years.
With MMA, I actually did kickboxing for about 10-15 years. I trained with Tom Egan. If you know that name,
Yeah.
Tom Egan was the first Irishman to ever fight in the UFC, so before Conor McGregor or anything. And I was very casual. Tom was very serious. And that's why he was in the UFC and I work at TikTok.
So the idea will be then, me and Roy are going to watch the fight and we're going to judge it with the 10-9 must system, and we're obviously going to have bias towards particular fighters, but we have a little bit more understanding of how to judge a fight, how to score it, stuff like that. Tell us a little bit
I'll try to give
Michael Bisping to start with. Just to give him context,
right?
Not to give him any bias towards him.
Yeah,
just to
I
give him
guess Bisping, you'd probably agree, is like the quintessential journeyman. He's been around since the early days of UFC.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. He's what's the word? A pioneer of the sport, you might say.
For the UK, certainly.
Especially for the UK. So he's a big deal. This fight is actually taking place in the UK. Okay. So bear that. Well, I guess don't bear it in mind, but it is relevant. But yeah, Michael Bisping, he was always a really, really good fighter, but never top tier. But this fight here against Anderson Silva. Now, I know you said you're casual, but I'm sure you've heard of Anderson Silva.
Yeah, for sure.
Anderson Silva is, at this point as well, I guess, you know, the Michael Jordan or the Ronaldo or the Mike Tyson of his sport. So this was a big step up for Michael Bisping. This is a chance for him to really prove himself, and he'd been after this fight for years. So he was getting what he wanted, and it was a big occasion. So it was a big deal. It was taking place in London back in 2016. Bisping being an English guy, so yeah, big fight.
So Silva at like his peak, Bisping coming in.
At this point, Silva. So I guess what we know about Silva now is that he was on a huge decline towards the last 3 or 4 years of his career, but he hadn't quite hit that decline yet. I think he'd come off a win. Maybe he just fought Nick Diaz or Derek Brunson.
I'm not actually sure we fought just before that, but he wasn't at the peak of his powers at this point. Yeah. But he wasn't what he was on his last fight before he left the UFC by any means.
David versus Goliath is an unfair
comparison. Yeah, it
Silva
is.
still would have been largely favoured to win this.
Definitely. Yeah. So Michael Bisping, he's mostly a stand-up fighter. Yeah. He's a striker, brawler, gets hit a lot, hits a lot. That's his style. He just likes to kick and punch.
He's a hard bastard is what he is.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? He looks like... if he was in the UFC, he'd be fighting outside a pub every Saturday night. Do you know what I mean?
He in fact did do that as far as I know.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, he looks like he did. Interesting little fact you'll like to know about Michael Bisping, I'm sure. He has a glass eye because he got kicked in the head so hard in one of his fights that he was actually in the latter part of his career. And I think in this fight, this is after the Belfort, he was fine with one eye and he didn't let people know. So yeah, there's a lot of videos of him online taking his eye out. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why you think I'd like that. It's a bit morbid.
I don't know, because you like bad things happening to good people. So I just thought it would be, he's a good guy, he's blind, and that's the type of thing that you like to hear, but maybe I don't know you as well as I think, Vin. And
then Silva's like one of the slickest strikers ever in the UFC or in MMA, but he's also really good on the ground. He's got great jiu-jitsu. I'm assuming he's a black belt. I can't think off the top of my head.
Muay Thai clinch, he's known for his clinch as well.
Well, he's known for being able to fight really well in the in the clinch, right? Elbows, knees, stuff like that. So
he's a lot of fancy stuff. Yeah. You might see him kind of showboating. He'll lean up against the fence and stuff and kind of be like, come on. Do you know what I mean?
Real flashy fighter, really entertaining fighter. And the other guy's a huge brawler, so this is going to be a good ass fight. So that's it then. So Roy's the one who knows all the stuff. Vince doesn't know. An uppercut from a roundhouse.
Well, I do.
His ass from his face. Real piece of garbage.
Sorry,
I was trying to hold that in as I said that. Like, this is just being unnecessarily mean to Vince.
Please. So as a novice, and I don't know the 10-9 must system, how should I score this fight?
So the whole idea is we don't want to tell you how to score it.
Okay.
The whole point of you being here is so that you're watching it through the eyes of someone who doesn't really understand how it's scored. So you're just going to have to go off your gut feeling.
Yeah, it's fair. It's unbiased, so I'm happy to do that.
See the way his eyes kind of looking over?
I would have been like, is he cross-eyed?
Yeah.
I think he actually still has the eye.
He does.
The thing that he takes out is like a glass front.
That's right, yeah.
But if you were to see the eye, it just looks like all the colour's gone out of it. It's grey looking. And it's got like, I think he's got like close to zero vision in it. He might have something, like you might get to see some shapes and things.
Yeah. But the guy that you saw Silva do the front kick to, that's the guy who kicked Bisping and fucking wrecked his eye. Big steroid Vitor Belfort, who's fighting this weekend. He's fighting a boxing match against Oscar De La Hoya.
Is he? Belfort?
I think it's this weekend.
I didn't know that.
Let me double check that. It's one of those fucking thriller fights, you know, with the Jake Paul.
Guess who Anderson Silva's fighting next? In a boxing match.
Oh yeah, fucking Logan Paul, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and Logan Paul's a favourite. So I'm putting some money on Anderson Silva. Yeah.
Let's go.
He was 40 already at this stage?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cheers, bro.
And Bisping 36, so neither of them are spring fucking chickens.
That's what I'm going to do to fucking
it says 5 by Silva's name and 7 by Bisping's name. Do you know what that references?
Not at all.
It's where they're ranked.
In the division. But number 1 is actually different from the champ. The champ is the champ, and then 1 is just below him.
I think in one of the videos, Liz referenced how dumb it is that it's like champion. And
she did say that.
Because,
champion is number 1.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
You just think it should be 1 and that's the champion.
I get If you're 1, you're the champion. You're not 1 and then a champion. I mean, Silva's pretty sexy at dodging.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So what's jumping out at the moment, Vin?
It's really hard for me to actually try score this.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I'm doing, I'm not scoring it per hit the way you might do in boxing. I'm kind of scoring it from, I gotta give Silva some credit for all these sweet, defensive dodges he's pulling off.
Right.
So at the moment, I'm like, to me, Silva looks like he's in control.
Right.
because he's letting Bisping do whatever he wants, but he's got the capability to just dodge it. He's like, whatever, I don't care about this dude. Where I feel like Bisping is kind of trying to be a bit too aggressive, maybe.
Right.
So I feel like Silva's in control.
He does look like he's not under any pressure.
Yeah, he's just like, come on, bring it on, let's have a go.
You see, he got hit there though.
It didn't look like doing any damage though, right? But I have to applaud Bisping because he's actually going at him.
See, look at that.
Wow, alright.
Oh!
I love it.
I wouldn't want someone coming over trying to hug me.
No,
And then when we're at round one of
Yeah,
potentially
trying to
five.
fight you.
absolutely.
Wait for me.
Like literally in seconds, you might be trying to take my head off. So I'm not giving you a fucking hug.
I mean, if Logan Paul came over to me, I'd just wreck him.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What would you do to
Vin-
him, like specifically?
I'd break his jaw, knock his teeth down his throat.
Nice.
Easy.
Right.
Beast.
Should preface midway through the.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh bollocks.
I'm glad I missed that, Roy.
Sorry, will I rewind that?
No. Sorry. I wouldn't go into Silva's guards.
I was just gonna say he's obviously quite confident.
So, at present, what I think is Silva could be doing a lot better than he is. I feel like
always
Bisping
feel like
wants
that
this
watching, yeah.
way more. Silva's a bit too confident. Initially, in the first round, I was like, whoa, this guy's so cocky, he's doing all these dodges.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
Work.
Bisping's gonna fucking wreck this dude.
So I don't remember anything big landing on Bisping yet. He's fucking bleeding and bruised and swollen. He's marked up from his fucking cut man just rubbing his face.
Someone did it was like a meme for Nate Diaz, and it was like, I don't know, was it like light breeze, and then it cuts to Nate Diaz's face.
Yeah.
He's just cut open to bits. He's just so much scar tissue the guy has.
So
and
bad, man.
He bleeds real easy. What's that called again when they do that? It's like a technique where they just move their hands in front of your face, and it's just to distract you, and they try and counter you with it.
It's called wax on, wax off.
Man, you didn't tell us you were such an expert.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah,
You're meant to be the.
I've been watching kung fu movies for years. You know, I feel like Silva wants it more this round.
He knows there's
he's
a bit more
turned up the heat.
urgency. Yeah, I think he knows he's maybe
Yeah, he's kind of like
not doing as well as he thought.
Yeah, maybe I should try
Oh,
to win.
there's another big
no,
shot.
there are two nice hits.
Oh,
Oh,
He's getting hit?
Oh, he's getting hit.
now did you see what happened there, Vin?
Yeah.
He pointed at the ground. Watch.
So Michael Bisping has lost his gum shield.
Yeah, so they should stop right now.
He was trying to point to let him stop. But
Oh my fucking days! Are you kidding me?
And the bell goes.
Is that allowed?
you'll see now. Watch.
This is, yeah.
He
I'll let you
caught him
react to
on the
this.
bell. If you start to throw the strike before the bell goes, it's okay.
Okay, like basketball when they
Yeah,
shoot
exactly,
free throws.
yeah,
But he didn't have his mouth guard, so did they not stop when
He probably should have let him, but it's you don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay, alright.
But you heard the buzzer. When Bisping went down, the buzzer went. But he doesn't understand that he didn't win. He's still celebrating. Nearly feel like Bisping was getting a cut on him. He lost his mouth guard.
And he was
strategically trying to get the ref to stop it.
So I thought, right, that if the mouth guard is out, it was like you had to stop. I thought that was a rule. So now that I know it's not a rule, I'm like totally on Silva's side. Keep going at him and do what you've done. So yes, it looks like Bisping was like, whoa, oh my
Bisping gave someone shit on his podcast for doing that. He said, "Don't look to the ref if you lose your mouth guard. Keep fighting."
Yeah.
But then he did reference that and say, "I did that and I shouldn't have."
Yeah,
You know,
well-
so he knows he shouldn't do that. But anyway.
That said, the mad bastard is coming out now chasing him down in round
Yeah.
fucking 4.
No, he's
Look
got
at
some
him.
heart.
No, he's going after him and he just got kneed in the fucking eyeball.
Oh shit! And he's still on his fucking feet. Fucking cereal?
Not even looking at the scorecard or anything that you did. Just who do you think won?
Silva.
Right, okay. And you think it was close? You think it was?
It was close. It was definitely close, but I just think Silva hit the bigger shots. He hit more
Right.
combinations. He seemed to be more in control. Initially, the first two rounds, I was like, I gave to Bisping. I don't know, we're not doing the scores yet, but if I was to judge this, I'm calling the winner as Silva.
Okay, cool. And then does that match up with how you scored the rounds?
Yeah, so I'll give you my scores, right? So round 1 and 2 were Bisping.
Right,
They were close.
right.
Definitely close. The rest of the wins went to Silva. 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
They were also very close. So
Right.
Bisping hit a lot of shots. But I felt like for every shot Bisping hit, Silva followed up with a shot or a combination that was more devastating. Again, he was like really confident and his defensive work was so impressive.
Yeah, he's known for that, isn't he? Like, that's
yeah,
what he
You know,
says.
even when Bisping had him on the ground, as you were saying, you mentioned his guard, I was like, yeah, he's got him on the ground, but I was like, he seems like he's fine there. I have down here the mouth guard thing, because that's a bit of a, controversy or whatnot. Yeah, I agree with Silva. The ref picked it up, it wasn't called. It's a battle of two gladiators, and he hit such a knee to the face.
Yeah.
That gave me a hard on so bad.
Alright.
Yeah, I have to give it to Silva. I think he won 3, 4, and 5.
Cool.
I agree with Vin, and I was
really?
I loved what you said. I forget exactly what it was, but there was a moment there where I was like, oh, well done, Vin. Yeah, no, you were saying about, Bisping probably had more blows, but Silva had the more significant blows. When I watched this fight first time, I watched it live, and look, I'm biased. I love Bisping. I loved him since he was in The Ultimate Fighter. Thought he was awesome. And he still has the kind of fuck you kind of attitude that we have over on this side. I know he's from the UK, but that we have over on this side of the pond that the Americans don't know how to do it. So I always kind of wish that, like, McGregor took it too far. I was like, if he had taken more of a leaf out of Bisping's book, we'd have a more likable person.
Yeah.
I always had a more a kind of a soft spot for Bisping. Anyway, in regards to the fight, first time I watched it, I did score for Bisping. This one, 48-47 Silva. So round 1 was 10-9 to Bisping.
Yeah.
Just thought he pressed the fight more. Round 2 was 10-9 to Bisping. I think he wobbled Silva in round 2. Round 3, I actually scored it for Silva because of the knee. There was no break. He dropped him. In real life, that fight is over. And then, I think round 3, 4, and 5 I gave to Silva, which I didn't the first time I watched it. I think 4 is maybe a bit, could go either way.
I'm not going to leave it in, but I'll just say that I asked, could I go back and watch the 4th round after we finished watching this, because I was so unsure of it. And that's the one that did it for me in favour of Bisping.
Oh,
right.
That 4th round, literally, Anderson had one little flurry towards the end, and the rest of that round, it was hard to watch because of the breaks in the action. There was a crotch shot, there was an eye poke. At first, I think I was scoring it thinking, I think Silva got that. And then I was sat there in complete indecisiveness for nearly the next half of the whole 5th round. When I went back and watched that one, it was literally Bisping, and I was, every time there was a break in the action, I was like, who do I think's winning so far? I was like, Bisping.
Right.
Another break in action, Bisping won all that. Bisping. And then in the last minute, maybe not even 40 seconds, Anderson gets a few little flurries in. Nothing super significant, just enough to back Bisping up. First time I watched it, I was going, I think maybe Anderson won that round, because of that last little bit. But no, man, I think Bisping won round 4, and that gives it for Bisping. 1 and 2, well, same as you for that. 3 and 5 for Silva.
Okay.
Well, let's watch the end and see what the official decision is.
Like, Silva looks fine. He's just like, I'm a bit tired. Look at his face!
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Jason Perillo.
That was great, bro. Bisping looks like he got hit in the face with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, see, there you go.
that
That
front
big
kick.
foot. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Show it again. Boom.
Oh,
come
fucking
on.
Jesus.
He's still standing.
All 3 judges have scored this contest 48-47. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Michael
All 3 judges as well.
Now,
It's in the UK. That needs to be.
I don't know if that needs to be. Look, these judges are going to be impartial. I don't think the location is going to sway them. However, I'm shocked based on my scoring system.
Right.
Based on your 10-9 must system, being relentlessly aggressive will win you the fight. He won the fight.
So that was that. Good fight. Enjoy it.
I take my beanie off to both men.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I had thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Thank you.
Water is the best. Water is really good stuff.